Hi, good morning. Welcome to day 3 of your home learning. So today we're going to go ahead and work on your lessons. I went ahead and wrote them right here for you so you can access them. It's a quick access. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our binder. So this is your home learning binder, right? And we're going to be using the first section because remember the first section is the English part. Okay, so I went ahead and took out my page already. I have it right here. So we're going to go to day 3. We're going to go ahead and start with phonics, okay, with our reading language arts. Okay, so with your student, we want to go ahead and start focusing on those sounds. So the first game that you have here, remember these are your amplified phonics and your phonological awareness. So we're going to go ahead and get started with word race. I actually like this activity a lot. I play it a lot with my daughter because she's 4 and she's learning her sounds. So this is something that you can do anywhere in the car, at your outside, while you're making dinner, anything like that. So here you're going to be isolating the beginning sound. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask your child to name as many things as they can, starting with a letter of your choice. So, for example, you would say, okay, you're going to have a minute to give me as many words that begin with the sound B, as in bat. Okay, so then you could go ahead and put a timer, and your child just lists different things that they either see around or that they can remember from, of course, their memory. So they can say boy, biscuit, and so on. And once the 1 minute is up, you can tell them that was great, or you could even start tallying. So maybe if you ask them another day, the number goes up. So that was the first one, and that was word raised, and it's on page 47. So it would be 47 of your right here of this section. And I went ahead and tabbed mine so I can access it quickly. So the next the next one that you're going to be working on is more working with their phonics, right? So that they can start recognizing different words around the house and so forth. It's called Label Your Home, and that one is on page 50. Okay, so these are your activities, these are your games that you're going to be doing with them for this section of the reading. And what it is, basically, you can grab any paper, white paper, color paper, if you have index cards, anything. You're going to need, of course, to cut them, and then maybe get a marker and start writing words. So the words that I focused on were words that may perhaps are too long. Right now they're little, right? So they're used to maybe CVC words. So I focused on long words and maybe some that had different vowel combinations, so that they can see it quite often, and then later on just memorize it, right? Just recognize it wherever they read it in whatever text they're reading. So I chose words such as television, toys, chair, window, door, toilet, because of the vowels, right? And then mirror and computer. And what you would basically do is label your room, right? So go ahead and go around the house, taping them to the television or the toys so that they can make the connection that, oh, okay, that's a television. So I went ahead and used the whole entire word because I think it's important for them to know where TV came from. So like I said, I'll be doing this with my personal child as well, so that she can start being able to read these type of words. So that's all you would do, label your house, and then you can switch it up, maybe start with only a few, and then start adding more, taking down some. It's to your discretion. Okay, so that was the word raise and label your home. Now we're going to go to the story for today. The story for today is called What Makes a Shadow, and it's on page 60 of your binder. And this is what it's going to look like. What makes a shadow? Okay, so at this point, you would read to the student and maybe stop and see if they comprehend, right? The end product of what we are expecting from them, what we want to receive in return, like of a picture, would be something in their composition book. This is their composition book, and we would like it here, or if you have any other paper. I know there's also line paper in your bag, so you can go ahead and do it wherever, as long as you know you send us a picture. So what we are asking here is that you go ahead and label it, or have them labeled, and I tabbed mine, and on the top I put the title, what makes this shadow. Okay, and I went ahead and put beginning, middle, and end. And what we would like for them to do is go ahead and maybe draw a picture. What's happening in the beginning? What's happening in the middle? And what's happening at the end? Okay, and then maybe with your help they could maybe write a sentence. Okay, if it's too overwhelming, we understand, but we also want to make sure that they're in the process of writing, right, so that they can identify and be able to read certain words better in the future. So this is what it looks like. Of course, you can always pause and write it for them if you like, or if you want them to practice, they can just go ahead and copy. Okay, so that was for reading and just to check their comprehension. So then from there, we're going to go ahead and move on to math. Okay, so at this point, you can pause, take a break, but I will continue. So here I go. So for math, we have, of course, your lessons for the week of the first week, and it's on page 29, and we're going to go to day 3 right here. So day 3 is similar to the ones that we've been doing before. We're going to talk about place value, and we're working on how to answer word problems. So I went ahead and put the page number here. Okay, it's topic A, lesson 3, page 178. So that's the part where the page that you would use to show your child what is expected of them in the next ones. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read it to you, and then I'm going to go ahead and work it out behind me, and then we'll do one more so that if there's any questions, you can go ahead and review from there. Okay, so it's Tom's mother gave him 4 pennies. His father gave him 9 pennies. His sister gave him enough pennies so that now he has a total of 14. How many pennies did his sister give him? Use a drawing, a number sentence, and a statement. So they want 3 things from us. They want a drawing, they want a number sentence, and a statement. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work it out here. So his mom gave him 4 pennies, and then I'm going to label, right? And his father gave him 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's an F for father. Okay, so we're going to do a number sentence. 4 plus 9, right? That's what they gave us. Plus, we don't know how many the sister gave him. So we're just going to put a line, or you can put a box, right? So we know that there's a missing number there. And then it's going to equal 14, okay? So we're going to go ahead and see. Remember, we were looking for what made 10. So does 4 and 9 make 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, there's too many, right? So what we're going to do is 9 plus what equals 10? 1, right? So you would put the 1 there. Okay, so then sister gave him 1. See that part? Okay, so let's see if that's correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? That gives me 10. And if I add The next ones, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Did it give me 14? Yes. Okay, so that is how you would do that. And then they want a statement, they want a sentence. So the question was, how many pennies did his sister give him? She gave him 1 penny. Okay, and we stress here that you show them how we write a sentence, right? We always start with a capital letter and end with a period. Okay, very good. So that was the example on page 178. Now I'm going to go to page 194 so we can start you off with the next. This is what page 194 looks like. Okay, so that we can start them off for their ones that they will be practicing in. Okay, so it says draw a circle to show how you made 10 to help you solve the problem. Okay, so Maria has 9 snowballs and Tony has 6. How many snowballs do they have in all? Okay, so we're going to start with Maria, right? And Maria had 9 snowballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And Tony has 6. Tony has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now they have something like this. 9 and blank make blank. 10 and blank make blank. Right? This is what you have. So remember in the previous lessons, the main point is for you to make 10. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Use some from here and there to make 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle them. Right? So then 9, here's a 9. And how many did I get from Tony? 1. Make, how many did they make together? 10, right? And 10 and how many are not circled? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make what? So remember, the whole point of doing this is so you won't have to start from the very beginning. So we already know that there's 10 circled. So it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 10 and 5 make 15. Okay, so that was number 1 on page 194, right? 194. And your children or your child will be doing number 2 on the same page and 3 and 4 on 195. That's what it looks like. Okay, so that was our math. So yay, we did it through math. And the last one we're going to go ahead and review, or we're going to go over, is your science. So I went ahead and pulled out my science lesson plan, and we're working on day 3. So for day 3, we're working on science projects. Okay, so what we're going to do is, of course, you have on page 293, right here. On page 293 gives you some information on science projects, and it even has some links that you can go to so that you can see different types of science projects that others had done and maybe start thinking of doing one. But we're going to start very simple with our kiddos today. Okay, so our whole point is for us to start getting them to start observing things around them. Okay, as a researcher, that's our first step. You need to be able to observe and then try and make questions about it and want to learn more. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to do today. What we're going to do is you're going to ask your child to look for an object around the house. Okay, an object that they find an interest in and perhaps might want to know a little bit more about it. Okay, now when the child chooses the object, they're not supposed to let you know what they thought of or what they're thinking of, right? So the whole point is for them to be able to get to their composition book again, right? And open to a clear plate, a clean page, right? And go ahead and draw the picture, okay? Now, of course, remember that these lessons are for first grade, so they're a little bit higher, so we can take it down a little bit lower to where they are expected to describe the object. Okay, so give description words after they draw the picture. They're supposed to go ahead and write descriptive words such as huge, big, furry, soft, stinky, different types of descriptions. So we might have to kind of review that a little bit with them. Like, okay, tell me about it. Maybe they don't know how to describe it. Okay, so what you can do also is maybe make a list of words, go over it. That would be like the first step. Okay, so then the whole point is for them to be able to ask you, I'm thinking of an object, or I was thinking of an object. I'm going to tell you some clues about it, and let's see if you can guess, or maybe ask a brother or a sister to guess what the object is. So we kind of turn it into a game, but we're using his observations. We're starting step one for the science project. Okay, so after that, if you feel more comfortable, perhaps you can help them write the words around the picture. Okay, and once you're finished, you can go ahead and submit that picture to your teacher, whether it's me or Ms. Rojas. You can go ahead and send it through whatever platform that you're using. Okay, so this is the end of lesson or day 3. So we did lesson 3 for all of them as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact us in any way. I hope that you're all doing wonderful and these videos have helped you somewhat. Thank you. Have a great day. Goodbye.